Live from the campus of Penn State University, this is PSN News. It's Wednesday, April 8th, and we have all you need to know about a pair of laws signed by Governor Josh Shapiro, as well as more on a child who was injured at a Pennsylvania zoo.
We also have the latest information on a culmination of a Long Island serial killing case, along with sports, entertainment, weather, and an interview. Stay tuned. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Brooke Bilski.
And I'm Kylie Smith. A new Wawa could be coming to the State College area. The gas station is intended to be built at the corner of East College Avenue and Squirrel Drive. The proposal includes 8 fuel pumps and a 6,657 square foot store. The sketch plan submitted to the council is catered to the zoning requirements and to gauge public feedback. Construction will begin in 2027 if approved by the Township's Planning Commission.
Governor Josh Shapiro signed 2 bills into Pennsylvania law last Wednesday. The first law, Senate Bill 862, written by Democratic Senator Patty Kim of Dauphin County, will provide an expedited process to fill borough vacancies. The second law, Senate Bill 997, written by Democratic Senator Marty Flynn of Lackawanna and Luzerne counties, will create a motor carrier safety advisory committee that will serve the Commonwealth. The board will take effect in 60 days with members appointed by Governor Shapiro.
A toddler is recovering after getting too close to a wolf enclosure at Zoo America North American Wildlife Park. The unsupervised child crawled under a metal fence and stuck his hand into the enclosure. The wolf's mouth made contact with the child's hand. Officials stated that behavior is natural and injuries were minor. The parents are now being faced with child endangerment charges.
2 firefighters were killed in a vehicle collision during a search for a missing woman Saturday night in Richmond Township. Fire Chief Jeff Buck and Assistant Fire Chief Robert Chick Jr., both of Walnut Town Fire Company, died after colliding with a Toyota Camry northwest of Philadelphia. The utility vehicle was riding on the shoulder of Route 222 when the Camry swerved off the road. Police said the male and female in the vehicle fled after the crash and were later arrested. The Walnut Town Fire Company said in a Facebook post that they are sending their thoughts and prayers to both families. A student-led group is cultivating Korean culture at Penn State. Reporter Gracie Polovich is live in the studio with more. Gracie?
Thanks, Brooke. The Hub was filled with excitement last Thursday during Crazy About Korea Night. Let's take a look at the event. The Hub Center at Penn State was filled with Korean culture on Thursday night as the 11th annual Crazy About Korea event kicked off in Alumni Hall.
We are right outside of Alumni Hall where Crazy About Korea has just begun. With multiple performances and activities, it's safe to say that there's something here for everyone tonight.
The night began with Korean games, snacks, a photo booth, and a Korean calligraphy station. Dun-Huk Kwon, Executive Director of Crazy About Korea and President of the Korean International Student Organization, said he hoped attendees had the chance to immerse themselves in Korean culture.
So I wanted to create performances. I bring
Journey S. Contreras, a Penn State student and Korean major, expressed her gratitude for the showcase of Korean traditions.
I think it's just like a beautiful culture, and I think it's like everyone should know about certain cultures.
After the activity stations concluded, the evening carried on with a series of student music performances featuring a variety of Korean genres.
Penn State hosts multiple cultural celebrations throughout the year, and you can check which events are coming up next at discover.psu.edu. I'm Gracie Polovich reporting with PSN News.
Crazy About Korea brought so many people together, from visitors to organizers. The night was just as special as it was fun. Back to you, Brooke.
Thanks, Gracie. What kind of weather can students expect this week? Student meteorologist Filippo Formica is live in the studio with this week's forecast. Filippo?
Thanks, Brooke. It was a much chillier day across the Commonwealth, right around average for this time of the year, but there is an increase in temperature on the way. Right now, let's take a look at our 4 panel. Just a few weeks ago, we were not able to see anything on these cameras, but sunset has just become late enough that we're getting a beautiful look at the Capitol there in Harrisburg, some nice sunset views across the entirety of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. Right now, our temperatures ranging in the 40s and 50s for all. 48 here in State College, 47 in Johnstown, 56 our high point in Pittsburgh. Those moderating temperatures will be on the way for tomorrow. These maximum temperatures for today, 50 here in State College, about 8 degrees below our average this time of the year. 60 in Pittsburgh is actually 1 degree above their averages. Satellite and radar pictures showing absolutely nothing. It was a fantastic blue sky day here in State College, but we do have a few storm systems that we will be tracking throughout the rest of this week. The first is a cold front that is currently draped across the Great Lakes and into the Central Plains, even sparking up a few strong to severe thunderstorms across Kansas this evening. This will eventually start to move towards the east. Let's time that out for you. This cold front draping across the Great Lakes region, moving into the northeast by the time we get to tomorrow evening. I think that for the most part here in State College, we will remain dry, but some areas to our northwest could see a spotty shower and some increased cloud cover due to this cold front. Then another round of some showers starts to move in for the end of this week, right around Friday afternoon into the evening. Another round of maybe some light showers and occasional downpour. Can't rule out a rumble of thunder or two across the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. That all starts to move out by the time we get to Saturday, improving conditions across Pennsylvania. Let's time this out here in the States. Going to be seeing a beautiful start to the day on Thursday. Plenty of warmth, southerly flow out ahead of this cold front, going to boost temperatures above average. Those showers moving in the evening time frame. But as we start to get through the rest of the day Thursday and into the early morning hours of Friday, more improvement on the way. Friday looking like a beautiful day until the afternoon, when we do have to contend with a few rounds of showers, maybe even a downpour, rumble of thunder possible in some of these yellow splotches here. But that all starts to move out for the beginning of our weekend. And that means that a nice weekend is in store across the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. And when we break this all down, what are we going to be expecting here across the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania? We're going to be seeing some sunshine on Saturday, but overnight tonight, we're expecting one more drop into the 30s with clear skies and a 5% chance of precipitation. As we get into the day tomorrow, we are expecting much warmer conditions, 65 degrees, our high, mostly sunny skies. That southerly wind really going to be helping out with that over the next couple of days. Here's your 7-day forecast showcasing 77 on Friday, mostly cloudy. Going to be seeing some showers moving in Friday into Saturday. But as we get into the second half of the weekend and into early next week, we're back on the rebound, even some 80s by the time we get to the middle of next week. Brooke, back to you.
Thanks, Filippo. Now over to Kennedy with the latest in sports.
Thanks, Brooke. I'm Kennedy Rivers with your sports update. A former Nittany Lion is returning back to Happy Valley. Penn State women's volleyball coach Katie Schumacher-Colley announced the return of Abby Dietering as assistant head coach. Dietering played 2 seasons with the Nittany Lions back in 2017. The former setter was an All-American and spent 4 years coaching at Rutgers before rejoining the Nittany Lions. Penn State will get its first glimpse into the Matt Campbell era during this year's Blue and White game. However, things may look a little different. This year's event will be hosted as an open practice format as opposed to the team scrimmage in years past. The weekend will still have plenty of activities like the Kids Combine, autograph signing, and this year's Blue and White will be hosted on Saturday, April 25th at 1 p.m. Indiana quarterback Fernando Mendoza will not be attending this year's NFL draft. The Heisman winner is projected to be the number 1 pick in the draft. However, he's deciding to spend it at home with his family down in Miami. Mendoza will be the first number 1 pick to skip the draft since Travion Walker celebrated the draft with family in Atlanta back in 2022. Moving on to another Big Ten foe, the University of Michigan won its first NCAA men's basketball national title since 1989. The Wolverines were able to take home the win against UConn with a score of 69-63. Guard Elliot Cadeau led Michigan in scoring with 19 points. The victory puts an end to the Big Ten's 25-year title drought, and the last team to win a men's basketball championship was Michigan State back in 2000. That's all for your sports update. After the break, Anna Knight has the latest in the world of entertainment, so stay tuned.
Live from the campus of Penn State University, this is PSN News.
Penn State Network News is a student-produced, bi-weekly live news show featuring all student talent.
From local and national news to sports, entertainment, weather, and live interviews, we have it all.
We also feature student-made packages from across campus.
Airing every Monday and Wednesday at 7 p.m.
We are PSN News.
Be sure to check us out on Twitter and Facebook at PSN News, on Instagram at Penn State Network News, and to subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/PSN News.
Have a good night and stay safe, Penn State. Welcome back to PSN News. I'm Anna Knight with your entertainment update. The Penn State CrossFit Club is having their annual Nittany Lion CrossFit Classic on April 11th from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. with tickets starting at $65. There are 4 divisions, with RX being more advanced and scaled being at a beginner or intermediate level. You'll complete 3 main workouts plus 1 floater workout, which is an extra challenge. The workouts include typical CrossFit moves like deadlifts, pull-ups, and sandbag work. Come out and show off your skills. Live Music is presenting its biennial community concert on April 9th from 7 to 9 p.m. The program is featuring music by Rena Esmail, Teresa Martin, and more, performed by Penn State students. The program was selected from submissions by students, faculty, and staff. It celebrates the music of living composers as well as the thriving new music culture that the Penn State School of Music has. Come out and support the music community. Speaking of music, a State College-based musical theater troupe is uniting people through dance. Reporter Catherine Schiffert is live in the studio with more. Catherine?
Thanks, Anna. The For Good troupe is giving people with Down syndrome a chance to shine through musical theater. I spoke with directors and performers about how this program builds confidence and brings the community together. Let's take a look.
I believe that's true. I am who I am today.
Today I am here at the Delta High School watching the For Good Troop Saturday rehearsal. They have been preparing since the beginning of the spring semester and have an upcoming performance April 25th.
Student volunteers are encouraged to join to gain an experience.
I mean, every time you come in here and you just see them dance and be a part of that, it's really uplifting. I think there's an unfortunate stigma in society about those with Down syndrome, and it really hurts, and it's very sad to hear, and I hate that that's a depiction of people sometimes, and they have a voice. They have a right to sing, to dance, to do what they want and please, and I think this type of group is that. It's the ability to just express themselves.
The group, founded in 2012, rehearses every Saturday at 11.
Our mission really is to give the opportunity for folks with Down syndrome to shine as the stars on the stage, and to also provide the opportunity for an audience to see the skills and fun that we have together. It is a fully integrated troupe, so we have the individuals with Down syndrome performing alongside volunteers from the local musical theater community and from Penn State.
The For Good troupe will have its spring showcase Saturday, April 25th at 11 a.m. at Delta High School. Reporting for PSN News, I'm Catherine Schiffert.
Our vision. Founded by director Krista Wilkinson, the program continues to grow with the help of a dedicated team who supports performers every step of the way. Through music, dance, and theater, the troupe hopes to keep bringing people together, both on the stage and in the audience. Back to you, Anna.
Thanks, Catherine. The three-time Grammy Award-winning artist Olivia Rodrigo has officially announced her newest album, You Seem Pretty Sad for a Girl So in Love. It is set to be released on Friday, June 12th, with fans anticipating its release. For now, fans are able to pre-order Target exclusive vinyls. They can choose between the Pretty Sad Pink vinyl or the Hope Like Snow white vinyl. While a tour has not been officially announced, fans are speculating because of the locks she placed around Los Angeles, London, Paris, and New York. Also in the pop music world, Sabrina Carpenter has released her music video for the Man's Best Friend track House Tour. Released on April 6th, it also features co-stars Margaret Qualley and Madeline Klein. In the video, all three girls break into a stranger's mansion and drive off with all of their stuff in a mid-sized pink van. Man's Best Friend has since received an RIAA Platinum certification and debuted at #1 on the Billboard 200. That's all for your entertainment update. Coming up next, interview anchor Ella Karofsky will be speaking with Sam Amrit, the president of Pups with Purpose. Stay tuned.
Hey, everybody. Thank you for tuning into this edition of Penn State Sports Night.
For all of us here at the Belisari Media Center, we are
Penn State Sports Night.
Ready, mics? 3, 2, fade in on 2, mic and cue.
This is Nittany Talk.
Like us
I would say spring.
Slow down.
And he knew that. How do you say I know. She continues to hold her values and everything though. And I think that that's really important. So yeah, and self-care Saturday.
And you lose a lot of sleep.
Yes, agreed. Yeah.
Bye.
Live from the campus of Penn State University, this is PSN News.
Penn State Network News is a student-produced, bi-weekly live news show featuring all student talent.
From local and national news to sports, entertainment, weather, and live interviews, we have it all.
We also feature student-made packages from across campus.
Airing every Monday and Wednesday at 7 p.m.
We are PSN News.
Be sure to check us out on Twitter and Facebook at PSN News, on Instagram at Penn State Network News, and to subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/PSN News.
Have a good night and stay safe, Penn State. Hey everyone, welcome to Culture Central. My name is Jaden Stewart.
What's good, everybody? My name is Eric Pichardo, and we are your hosts,
creators,
and executive producers of Culture Central. Is this Whitney Houston?
We're doing things that have never been done before, so welcome to the family.
Hey everyone, we are Red Carpet News, your main source of entertainment news at Penn State University.
Man, this festival is going to be popping.
I'm Alex Porzillo, here with Aiden Harold.
He's going to 23rd with Daddy Elon Warbucks to actual space away from Kim.
So in sync, especially during Kendrick's part when they came out.
Reporting on anything from music, movies, TV shows, fashion, to celebrity gossip. You don't want to miss out on any of the hot topics we discuss.
Find our segments on YouTube under the name Red Carpet News for your daily dose of entertainment.
We are Red Carpet News.
If you don't include human beings, you cannot accurately model the way the climate has changed over the last 50 years.
And I don't know that we're ever going to be free of some sort of bug.
The natural state of motion for something to be in is to remain in its current state of motion.
Been lucky enough to discover various things out there. Pulsars, supplies and some other phenomena that ended up being interesting.
Hi, I'm Johnson Gary with Asking Penn State.
With Asking Penn State.
Asking Penn State.
Asking Penn State.
Asking Penn State.
Welcome back to Asking Penn State.
Welcome back to PSN News. I'm Ella Karofsky. Tonight I'm joined by Sam Amrit, who's the president of Pups with Purpose. Sam, thank you so much for speaking with me. So I know you're the president of Pups with Purpose, which is an organization that works to raise and train puppies with the Guide Dog Foundation. Can you talk a little bit more about the club's mission and some of the events that you organize?
Of course. So Pups with Purpose is a student org here at Penn State. We focus on three main things. First, we focus on advocating for those who have service dogs on campus through educational outreach. Second, we fundraise. So we raise money for the Guide Dog Foundation and America's Vet Dog, which are the two organizations that we benefit. And then three, members in our club also raise guide dogs or temporarily watch guide dogs for the foundation as well.
Yeah, that's so amazing how you get them involved. And you also work with America's Vet Dogs, which is a non-for-profit organization serving disabled veterans. How do you guys get partnered up with these organizations?
So America's Vet Dog is a sub-organization in the Guide Dog Foundation that primarily focuses on giving service dogs to veterans.
Mm-hmm. So what is the process kind of like? Take me through the process of training these dogs, and how do you get the members of the club organized in this?
Of course. So to start raising a dog, dogs are born at the foundation on Long Island. And at about 12 weeks old, you get partnered up with a dog after you fill out an application online. You do a home check, usually through Zoom, just to make sure that there's nothing in the way that could hurt the dog. And then we have someone from the foundation who comes up and delivers a guide dog. And then from those 12 weeks to about 14 months old, you'll do different tasks to help train the dog and get them socialized and used to being around people and noises and different things. And then at 14 months old, the dog will be returned back to the Guide Dog Foundation, where they will go through formal training, which is when the person who's receiving the service dog will come and actually live kind of like in a dorm style at the Guide Dog Foundation campus. And they will work together with a dog trainer to help get them used to being around the service dog and tailor the service dog to whatever specific needs they need for their daily life.
Yeah, so it seems like you're really involved in the process. While working with these service dogs, what kind of role would you say they play in the lives of the people that they're served to help?
They are fundamental. You don't really think about it when you're not visually impaired, but they help open doors. They'll help you find a table, a chair, help you cross the street. They help you do almost everyday functions that you need.
Mm-hmm. And for you personally, obviously as president, you're pretty involved in the organization. What got you interested?
In high school, I'm from Long Island, so I raised the guide dog Gladys, and that was just such a meaningful experience to me. And I always tried to find a way that I could get back to the Guide Dog Foundation again. And they reached out and said that they were starting a college program, and they were trying to get, students who are in college who are maybe interested in raising a service dog to start a club and get a group of kids together and raise different service dogs. So I thought Penn State would be a great place for that.
Yeah, so it definitely hits home for you. Are there any other moments where you really saw the impact of this work?
Yes, I think seeing people after knowing what it takes to help raise a service dog, I'm even more astonished to seeing them in my everyday life. And also just hearing the stories of people who've received these service dogs and how much it's changed their lives is just inspiring.
Yeah. And you guys have an event coming up next week, the Run, Wag, or Walk 5K. What inspired this event, and what can people expect if they attend?
So I was inspired by the Thon 5K, another philanthropy here at Penn State. And I thought it'd be cool if we got a 5K and people could bring out their service dogs or some of the service dogs that are in training here on campus. And everyone could come and get together, get some fresh air, some physical exercise, and raise some money and awareness about the importance of service dogs.
Yeah, seems like a lot of fun. What kind of other events do you guys have planned for the future?
So we also have a bunch of different fundraisers. We had a Valentine's Day fundraiser where we sold roses to raise some money. And going forward, looking to do more fundraising events like that.
Yeah. And then what would you want every student here to know about service dogs and your mission?
First off, if you ever see a service dog on campus, don't interact. I know they're cute, but they're really important to, if you do interact with them, it can sometimes throw them off their game, and that in turn hurts the person that they're trying to help. So I would always just say, if you see a service dog, you can glance, look at it for 1-2 seconds, but definitely don't go down and pet it like how you would normally do with a regular dog.
Yeah. And then for students watching, how can they get involved with Pups with Purpose?
So we have an Instagram, a group me. You can find us on the Discover page or at any involvement fair. We're there a lot. And we usually have bi-weekly meetings that you can hear about through our group me.
Yeah. Well, Sam, thank you so much for joining us today and telling us more about Pups with Purpose.
Thank you.
Now stick around, because coming up next, Kylie and Brooke will have the latest news from across the nation.
Ready, Mike?
3, 2,
1. Mike and Q.
This is Nittany Talk.
I would say spring.
And he knew that. How do you say I know. She continues to hold her values and everything though. And I think that that's really important. So yeah, self-care Saturday.
And you lose a lot of sleep.
Yes, agreed. Yeah.
Hey everyone, welcome to Culture Central. My name is Jaden Stewart.
What's good, everybody? My name is Eric Pichardo, and we are your hosts,
creators,
and executive producers of Culture Central. Is this Whitney Houston?
We're doing things that have never been done before. So welcome to the family.
If you don't include human beings, you cannot accurately model the way the climate has changed over the last 50 years.
And I don't know that we're ever going to be free of some sort of bug.
A natural state of motion for something to be in is to remain in its current state of motion.
Been lucky enough to discover various things out there. Pulsars, exoplanets, and some other phenomena that ended up being interesting.
Hi, I'm Johnson Gary with Asking Penn State.
What if Asking Penn State? Asking Penn State.
Asking Penn State.
Asking Penn State.
Welcome back to Asking Penn State.
A U.S. Army staff surgeon is fighting to stop the deportation of his wife after she was detained on a Louisiana military base. Staff Surgeon Matthew Blank says he brought his 22-year-old wife, Annie Ramos, to Fort Polk last Thursday to begin the process of obtaining military benefits and a green card. The couple married in March, but Ramos was taken into custody by federal immigration agents. Ramos, who was born in Honduras, applied for deferred action for childhood arrivals in 2020. But her application has remained, quote, in limbo amid legal fights to end the program. The case comes after the Department of Homeland Security removed a 2022 policy last April that considered the military service of an immediate family member, quote, significant mitigating factor in deciding whether to pursue immigration enforcement. A federal court in Nevada ruled against Trump's policy on enforcing the Immigration and Customs Enforcement, commonly referred to as ICE, to arrest everyone facing deportation in the country. The decision was issued by U.S. District Judge Richard Ballware and is the first time a class action lawsuit in the state has overturned a Department of Homeland Security policy. The ruling is already making an impact throughout the state, as the director of the UNLV Immigration Clinic, Michael Coggin, has seen bonds granted that would have been otherwise denied. The decision will allow non-citizens without lawful status or those in removal proceedings to seek relief in the state of Nevada. An architect from Long Island who's accused of a series of unsolved killings known as the Gilgo Beach killings pled guilty today, putting an end to the dizzying case. Rex Hewerman admitted to murdering 8 women over a 17-year span on Wednesday morning. After a handful of investigative dead ends, Hewerman was arrested in July 2023 after a task force surveillance team recovered DNA samples from his workplace, which matched with the DNA on the remains of a victim. The 62-year-old will be sentenced on June 17th and is expected to receive 3 consecutive life sentences without the possibility of parole. A tanker truck carrying gasoline erupted into flames after colliding with another vehicle this Sunday in Fort Worth, Texas. The 18-wheeler was carrying 9,000 gallons of gasoline that started to leak when the truck spun off the road near a gas station. The vehicle knocked over power lines, sparking a fire around 1 a.m. The driver was left in critical condition with burns, said Fort Worth authorities. Fire crew spent hours putting out the flames, leaving the scene around 7 a.m. One spectator said, quote, "The fire spread quickly, and you can feel the heat from a distance." Now over to Ryan with the latest in international news.
Thanks, Brooke. I'm Ryan Lowy with your international news update. A fragile 2-week ceasefire is in effect between the United States, Iran, and Israel, but it is already under strain. Iran has said it will halt attacks and allow some shipping through the Strait of Hormuz, but traffic remains limited and uncertain. Meanwhile, Israel continues strikes in Lebanon, which Iran says violates the agreement. Talks are still expected to begin in Pakistan, but the future of the ceasefire is unclear. And Hungary is now 3 days away from a major parliamentary election on May 12th. The election could determine whether Prime Minister Viktor Orban stays in power or is subsequently voted out. Many are calling this one of the most important elections in the country's history, as it could shape European policy on issues like Russia-Ukraine and democracy within the United Nations. That's all for your international news update. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Ryan. That concludes our show tonight at PSN News. Be sure to check us out on Twitter and Facebook at PSN News, on Instagram at Penn State Network News, and to subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/PSN News. Have a good night and stay safe, Penn State.